welcome back to Trucking the Sunshine State with Velox 18. I'm down here in Florida, that's right. The Sunshine State, that's right. Dr. Dre was wrong. He said he was in that Sunshine State with a bomb hemp bee, but that he was talking about California, but it's not. Florida's the Sunshine State. He's a little messed up. California's the Golden State. I'm actually in the Sunshine State down here in Florida. And what we're doing is we're gonna go back up into Georgia. We're gonna get a load of onions today. Stinky, stinky onions. Hey, at least I'm not on a flatbed, right? I'm not putting onions on a flatbed. Who would even do that? I don't even know. Anyway, all right, so we're gonna go up into Georgia and get loaded today. It's a 45-degree load, so easy load. Not a lot of money being spent on the reefer fuel, so that's good. Speaking of fuel, we got to go get some fuel right now, and then we'll get down the road. So why don't we roll over there into the fuel island? And you guys roll the music. All right, we got fuel. We got ourselves a lunch. So that way if we run into another situation like we did yesterday, I won't be so hungry. You won't like me when I'm hungry. Anyway, yeah, got a couple drinks under there too, so let's hit the road. All right. It's now almost 7 o'clock. I always underestimate how long it takes for me to get fuel. So you got 2 fuel tanks. I only put about 105 gallons in because fuel is a little bit more expensive here in Florida than it is up in Georgia and Tennessee and stuff like that. So as I get headed north, I'll find some cheaper fuel. But you know, 110 gallons of fuel there, 8 gallons of DEF, and then shoot. Dude, this guy's, I've seen this guy before, and I've looked up his YouTube channel. YouTube, famous Nigerian. Pretty sure it's a trucking channel, man. He's out here. He's got his guerrilla marketing tactics, man. It's crazy. I think I saw him. I think he rode above a bathroom stall one time. I was like, all right, anyone who's repping themselves in a bathroom stall, I gotta see what this is all about. I don't remember being too impressed with it, but maybe I was just in a bad mood. I don't know. Maybe I remember wrong too. There's so many YouTube channels out there now, especially trucking YouTube channels. You know, once you kind of start digging through the community of YouTubers in the trucking space, you start getting deeper and deeper. You're like, man, it never ends. There's always someone new to watch. So I'm sure that's how some of you guys found me, so I appreciate it. But definitely share this space with a lot of cool dudes, a lot of guys out here running around trying to make a living for their families, just like I am. So today we're gonna get up into Georgia, and you know, it'll be easy like Sunday morning. Easy like Sunday morning. All right, I had to sing a little to get my morning started. Now we can get started down the road. All right, let's go. Getting loaded up on a Sunday, and he said, hey, we're gonna load you up quick, back it into the dock. I don't know about you, but we don't want to be here on Sunday. I was like, man, Neither do I, but I gotta truck this thing, so I'm gonna back it into this dock. Let's go. Boom, got it in the dock. He's gonna start loading me up right now. That was a rad drive. That was a really cool drive. I mean, I went pretty much all back highways, all the way out here. I was on 231 for a while outside of, basically from Valdosta, Georgia, all the way up here to Uvalde. I just was on back highways out here, just mobbing it in like some backcountry highways and stuff, and it's pretty country out here, man. Georgia's cool. I haven't spent too much time in Georgia, but that was, I mean, I was like right through the heart of Georgia. I mean, I'm up here in central Georgia right now, and it's cool, man. It's cool. There's a lot of cool country, a lot of cool properties out here with, you know, their own personal like little mini lakes, little ponds. Some of them got swimming docks. Some of them got boats. I even saw one that had its own pontoon boat out in front of their house, dropped in the lake, ready to go and try and catch some fish in there, or go have some fun out in the water, man. I don't know, it's cool. But anyway, all right, I'm just out here in the middle of the freaking fields. Just out here in the middle of the fields, getting loaded up. Let's see how long this takes. It won't be long. All right, that took 35 minutes to load up. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not messing with you. 35 minutes. Got a bunch of yellow onions, and I gotta try and make my way up this steep dirt driveway. Well, it's not raining today. Might be a little difficult in the rain. Although anytime I say that, I say something steep, and then I go back and I watch the video, it never looks as steep on video as it is in real life. I guess I shouldn't have shifted when the back trailer tires were still down the hill. It was like, boo. Didn't want to go in gear because I lost all the momentum because all the weight was still back there wanting to roll backwards. But anyway, yeah, got loaded up quick style. So we're gonna start heading north, and you know what's about halfway, maybe a little less than halfway to Wisconsin, my home. That's right. Well, I think we're gonna stop at home, and we'll leave ourselves a decent day of trucking on Monday to get up there. We don't deliver till Tuesday morning, so even if we got hung up and we had to wake up early on Tuesday and truck a little bit, you know, a couple hours to finish getting up there, then we could. Wouldn't be a big deal. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, barring something unforeseen that I can't plan for happening. But yeah, kind of ready for it. So anyway, I'm gonna go back through some more of this countryside, Georgia countryside, and shoot, I'll just catch up with you guys later. You guys have seen plenty of this, so I'll catch up with you guys a little bit down the road. All right, I told you guys we weren't gonna put much fuel in earlier. We were down under a half tank, and then I started just looking at the fuel prices everywhere I was going. Look at this truck next to me. Woo-wee. That thing's cool. You know, Tennessee has lower prices than Florida, $5.05 per gallon, but the actual cost of the fuel after the taxes is a lot higher than what I can get right here in Dalton, Georgia. So I decided to stop and top off, and then we'll keep on trucking. But maybe I'll explain that more once we get driving. All right, put 120 gallons in here, and Now ready to hit the road. Okay, so I wanted to explain to you guys kind of what I'm talking about. So like your actual cost of fuel, I've explained IFTA to you guys before. We don't, if you have apportioned plates, when you pay, you do what's called IFTA. You're part of the International Fuel Tax Agreement, and you pay your fuel taxes based not on how much fuel you buy in each state, which is typically how a car would pay for it, right? You just pay for it at the pump. But what IFTA does is it says you are going to buy. Oh, I should have gone out that other way. Okay, dude, I think I'm just going to skirt around you. I don't know if you're trying to back up into one of these spots. I'm just going to go behind you real quick. He wasn't trying to back up. All right. Anyway, so you pay based on the mileage you do in each state, in each jurisdiction. And you've got to go in each quarter and put in all the miles you did in all the different states that you ran, and you got to put in all the fuel purchases you made in all the states that you ran. And IFTA figures out how much fuel tax you paid at the pump and cross-checks that against the fuel tax that you should pay to each state, depending on how many miles you drove in each state. So they've got this nifty little spreadsheet type thing that that figures out, you know, all of your miles, and anyway, you put in your miles and your purchases, the amount of gallons you purchased, and it figures it all out. It figures it all out, all right? So, what I did right now was I was looking, and you know, I saw this cheap fuel in Georgia. It's $4.59 a gallon, and I thought, all right. And I thought, you know, it's a possibility that Georgia has a high, you know, tax. And so that $4.59, I mean a low tax. If Georgia has zero, you know, fuel taxes or something, then maybe the 505 will work out better. So all you do is you just subtract whatever the state's fuel tax is for diesel, and you get the actual fuel price for each state that you're going to, each place. So I looked it up for Georgia, and Georgia actually has a 32.6 cent fuel tax, which is middle of the road. Not super low, but it's not super high either. So $4.59 minus the 32.5 cents comes out to $4.26 per gallon of like the actual fuel cost. Now, once again, I am going to be paying the fuel tax, but it's based on my mileage. So if I'm just looking to get the cheapest fuel I can, then I'm trying to find the actual fuel price, because I'm paying I'm paying the taxes no matter what, depending on where I drive, the mileage I drive in each state. So if I'm just trying to find the lowest actual fuel cost. So I looked at the one in Tennessee. Now Tennessee actually has a lower fuel tax at 28.4 cents per gallon. So the higher cost of fuel in Tennessee isn't due to higher taxes like you would expect. It's actually got a lower tax than Georgia. So it's better for me to fuel in Georgia with its higher tax, so I'm paying more into the taxes, and the actual cost of fuel is 50 cents cheaper per gallon. So I just saved 60 bucks by fueling in Georgia down here, instead of going up and fueling closer to my house where it's $5.05 a gallon and I'm only paying 28.4 cents of fuel tax. So I hope that makes sense. You pay your fuel tax based on your mileage anyway, so you're gonna pay it no matter what. Whether you want to pay it at the pump by going somewhere where you know, by fueling up in high fuel tax jurisdictions, that's fine. You can do that. You can make sure that you buy fuel in those places, but you still want to find you still want to do this method to find out, you know, when you're comparing between two different jurisdictions, you want to know, you know, what the actual fuel cost is, because there's no reason why Tennessee should have that much more expensive of fuel than Georgia. I'm assuming maybe they don't have their own refineries, so maybe it gets trucked over there. Maybe the cost of transportation, because of the price of fuel, it costs more for them to truck the fuel to the stations. I don't know, but anyway, nevertheless, I was a little bit like, oh, okay, wow. That 505 only goes down to 476 of the actual price of the fuel, and down here in Georgia, I got my fuel for 426. So pretty stoked on that, and that's why I went ahead and just topped it all the way off instead of going and getting up into Tennessee. Now, I do a lot of my miles in Tennessee, obviously, being that I live there. So everything I do, I try to pass through there as much as I can, which I am doing today. I'm excited. I'm going to go home tonight. We got a couple more hours to go before we get there, but that's where we're going to end the day, is right there in Murfreesboro, well, Christiana. And then my wife's going to come pick me up and give me a ride back to the house. But yeah, that's the rundown on like how why I fueled up down here, because it's I saved a decent amount. I mean, if for every 120 gallons I'm saving 60 bucks, that's a huge savings by the end of the week. I mean, if I'm doing 500 gallons a week or so, it's pretty huge savings. So yeah, that just hit the bottom line right there. So anyway, all right, let's get on down the road. I'll catch up with you guys once we get through Chattanooga and all that. It's kind of a headache going through there, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's go. Good old Chattanooga. Go ahead. Everyone waits till the last second to decide they want to get on the 24. It's just kind of one of those things. This guy doesn't even have his blinker on. I'm gonna make him put his blinker on. Just put your blinker on, bruh. No, you don't want to? You're too prideful? Well, I'm a little prideful myself, suckerfish. Yeah, go find some other chump. Just put a blinker on. Even still, everyone knows that this is
y'all taking 24 westbound. It's backed up from downtown Chattanooga to the 59 split, just like this. Y'all might want to pull over, take your break somewhere. Y'all gonna be here.
I didn't, go ahead. But yeah, all these people are rude. They know that this split's coming up. There's signs about it for miles. Their time's more important than everyone else's. And believe it or not, this right lane also splits off to go towards Chattanooga, but it ends just up the way. And so you'll get all the truck drivers cussing at you if you jump in the right lane. And I only know this from experience. I was like, why isn't anyone else using this lane? When? Yeah, there's a reason. Because it ends just up here on this ramp. This is the fun that is Chattanooga. The fun of Chattanooga. Even on a Sunday. Even on a stinking Sunday. Now, I'm not gonna cuss this truck out who's in the right lane, because maybe he's like I was, maybe he doesn't know. But you know, who knows? He is from Maine. Got a stainless reefer though. It's kind of cool. $48 Spread axle. Chrome with black rails. Pretty cool setup. I like it. Alright, that didn't take too long. We're back and rolling again, so let's just keep on getting down the road now that we made it to Chattanooga. And we'll cross over the Tennessee River, go up over Mont Eagle, and we'll be back before you know it. We'll be back before you know it, folks. Spoke too soon. I heard a guy on the CB radio warn me, but I wasn't quite sure of the geography. I was like, from downtown Chattanooga to the 59, and I was like, I think, is that what I'm in now? Or was it? But no, it was up here. It's up here. And the sign back there just said, slow traffic next 8 miles. So I think this one's going to take a little while. Now it makes sense why that guy said you should just pull over and take a break. Because this burns up your drive hours for the week. You know, you can't do as many miles. Can't turn and burn. Come on. So yeah, we're getting a little speed. We're up into the high range gears now. Watch out. Watch out. That's exciting. That's a hole in the ground. Alright. Well, maybe I'll catch up with you guys when we go over the Tennessee River. Man, I need to put my shades on again. It keeps getting darker than light, and then darker than light, and then darker than light. Now it's bright. Now I need my shades. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys just up the way here when we got something cool to look at. Nickajack Island. How about that? That would be cool. Alright. Catch up with you in a little bit. Hey, alright. Tennessee River. And Nickajack Island. N-I-C-K-A-J-A-C-K. Nickajack. Nickajack Island. And it kind of looks like Helm's Deep over there or something. It's like a crazy rock quarry right on the bank of the river or something. I like this whole area, man. Weather is, you know, been bad, but yeah, I was talking to someone and they were like, yeah, the cool part about it though is it doesn't last that long. It'll change. You have seasons now, and the humidity is gonna fade. You know, maybe you'll have a couple humid days here and there in the fall, but for the most part, it just cools down, gets real comfortable. All day, every day is just super good. And then you get to winter, and you're like, yay, winter. And then everyone gets tired of winter after a while. And then you're like, man, I can't wait for spring. And then guess what? Spring comes. So 3 full seasons that are about 3 months each is a lot different than the California seasons, where it's like 6 months of torment of summer, at least in the valley. In the Central Valley of California, it's like 6 months of summer, starting in May usually and going all the way through October. I remember taking my kids trick-or-treating on Halloween, and it was like 90 degrees outside at 8 at night, and we were just like, what in crap, man. And then you get, like, you know, it cools off in November. You get a fall in like November. Sometimes you get part of October, but usually it's just November is fall. And then December you get some rain, and January rain, and then February it's like, you know, kind of hit and miss. February is kind of your spring, and then March you get a little bit of spring, and April is like, it just depends. I think we had like 4 different Aprils. I think one April it rained a lot, and then another April it was like it got warm right at the end of April, to where it was pretty hectic, and yeah, May for sure is summertime already. So May through October is pretty much summer over there. It's terrible. So anyway, I say all that to say I can't wait to experience these other seasons, because I think that's where we're really gonna fall in love with Tennessee. I mean, I think it's gonna be good. I mean, we're just, tomorrow is August, it's the beginning of August, so you know, that's we got 1 more month left of summer, and then it'll go away. We'll have fall, and I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. Anyway, all right. We got a ways to go yet, just like an hour, something like that. So we gotta go up over Mount Eagle, and then yeah, we'll be home. So catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right, we're just pulling up here to this BRP. BRP stands for Big Rig Parking, and it's a pay by the night, or they do say if you want weekly or monthly rates you can call them, but it's a pay by the night truck parking yard, and it's secure, locked, it's cameraed. They got cameras everywhere. It's across the street from the Loves. It's Sunday, so I probably could have found parking at the Loves. It's only like 4 o'clock, 4:15. So I could have found parking over there, but I just feel more comfortable leaving my truck, especially with a load in it and all of that. Just paying the $18 for this parking lot. I'm sure it would be fine at the Loves, whatever. But I don't know, this lot is about 15 minutes from my house, so it's just a little bit farther. I don't park it over by the house at the gas station that I usually park at when I have a load in it, because I don't want to bother the neighbors there with the reefer running. So I figure I'll just come over here and you know, lose out on some of my profits, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. The van's got a flat tire and a jacket covering one of the windows. That doesn't make me feel good. That doesn't feel more secure, does it? It feels less secure. I like parking down here by the end because then my wife can just pick me up in the cul-de-sac and drop me off in the cul-de-sac, and I can just walk right to the truck. So let's see, get parked up here, and then we'll close out this video. All right, I made it home. I was gonna record a little bit in the car, but Gus was he was not having a happy moment. He didn't want to leave the house, but he also didn't want my wife to leave, so he just didn't want her to come pick me up, basically. Leave that guy over there. No, but anyway, he just he had a way that he thought the afternoon should go, and going to pick me up wasn't in his plans. But anyway, he was fine by the time they got there, but I was already not thinking about, like, my original plan was to be like, you know, record them when they pulled up and hey, all that stuff, all the fun stuff. But you know, that didn't happen. So I'm home. I'm being welcomed to the sound of cicadas and all the hugs and kisses from the kids. And shoot, this is where we're gonna wrap this video. We got the load on the truck. It's going to Sheboygan, Wisconsin. So we've got 650 miles to do tomorrow, and it doesn't deliver until Tuesday morning. So tomorrow on Monday, we're gonna get as far up in our 11 hours as we can. If we can make it all the way up there, cool. I'll find somewhere near there to sleep. If we run into issues, you know, I'm gonna have to skirt around Chicago and try not to pay for any tolls and all that kind of stuff. So I'll probably end up putting in extra miles on this trip, probably even more extra miles than I initially figured, but you know, we'll figure it out. Because I'm not gonna go through Chicago and I'm not gonna pay for tolls. So whatever that means, that's what I'm gonna do. However that works out. You guys who know your way around up there, you probably already know what I should do, but I've never been up there. Never been up through Chicago, never been up that direction at all. So it'll be my first time into Wisconsin. So this will check one of my states off the list. There'll be state number 29 on my list. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm well on my way to being a 48 stater. Anyway, all right. Love you guys. Peace out. See you tomorrow.